Yo, I get to run the Rabble. I get to run the Rabble. Julius Hall not here. I get to run the Rabble. I get to run the Rabble. I get to run it. It's my turn. I'm running the Rabble right now. I'm running the Rabble. Cozy TV, how you feeling? I get to run. Oh, he here. God, dog. SHIT.
How come it's not on the main page?
SHIT.
Live.
The main page has some issues. So it's on YouTube. So anybody looking for it, it's on YouTube or my page tonight. We tried to share it. I'm going to try to share it again right now, but it don't seem to be, for some reason, because of music or something, they are not letting us live stream off of our regular network. But it looks like they just did. Oh, yeah, it went live. It wouldn't do it just now for Jamal.
You see?
Yeah.
There it is.
I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. Can you say little brother? Yes, you can say little brother. Can you say, telethon called The Rabble? Marathon called Ebony Sports Reporters? Can you say telethon, marathon, America After Dark? Yeah, okay, yeah.
I can't win because I'm going to get that no matter what.
Good evening, good people.
Good evening.
Pardon my tardiness. I was in traffic, and Houston traffic is not to play with.
What's up, B?
You're on mute.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's happening?
Bernard, you look very nice.
Well, I appreciate that. I just dressed up for you.
Hey, and I dressed up for you. We look like we came from, came or went to the same party.
Yeah, y'all are color coordinated.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
What's up, Jesus?
Yes, sir. We are here.
All right. Hey, Miss Cozy, how you doing?
What's happening, brother? Good to see you. Good to see everybody.
Oh, yeah. I'll see y'all Saturday.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so we having some technical issues on our other page, but it did let us go live, but it wouldn't let us go live at first, but now it has. So we're being seen on about 6 different platforms tonight. The main ones are my page, the business page for Our Black Media Network, the business Facebook page, rather, and then YouTube. And we'll be streaming to this look like 4 or 5 other places. So it's about 7 places that we're streaming to. 1,682 people watching, and we are glad that you all are here. and we want to make sure that we entertain you guys to the fullest.
That you will.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find the comments and not comments, the ticker tape, because my producer, I'm talent. I don't even know why I'm talent and the producer's not here. Talent don't supposed to be doing this, you know. As a good friend of mine always says.
And I absolutely agree with you. That statement that you made is probably one of the best statements you've made the entire year.
Talent. Bernard going to get a little piece of talent in a minute. I was training him last night.
Man, let me tell you, man, he can't, y'all, trust me, he cannot be no teacher. He ain't got no patience.
No
He'll
patience.
slap on you. He'll slap on your ass. I'm like, come on, man. I'm just trying to learn this thing, man.
Hey.
He want us to learn. He wanted to learn all in 5 minutes. Come on,
Tell
man.
everybody, hey.
Hey, baby.
Little
My
mama.
grandma. All right. How
Hey,
you doing,
baby.
Fernando?
Thank you for that, Bernard.
Good Lord. You know what happened? All
You needed it.
Like that too. He act like I've been doing this for 6 years.
I know.
But he told us to open the damn door. I can't believe that. I need to get some taller doors. Yeah. But y'all ready to stop? We got a bunch of interesting stuff and a lot of talk, you know. So y'all don't belabor me in a whole lot of it. What the hell? Oh, okay. We got our topics of discussion. A couple of things I want y'all to see about this bad man right here.
This is one of the most badass black dudes you've never heard of. He was an aviator. He was an inventor. He was an engineer, and he was an entrepreneur. He spent 2 months in prison for bootlegging so he could make money to keep his auto repair shop open. His repair shop was so successful that he started Head & Motors in 1921, and that became the first automobile company in America to be owned, designed, and built by black Americans. He co-founded the first ever Black American Automobile Racing Association. He invented an automatic stabilizer to help keep planes level in flight. He used mirrors to create a cloaking system for U.S. Navy vessels in World War I to protect them from U-boat attacks. This dude is so gangster, he patented the process of using pressure jets to de-ice airplane wings and propellers. And that technology is still used to this day. Lucian Arthur Hedden came into this world in 1879 in North Carolina, and he created companies and received patents in both the United States and Europe, and he was laid to rest in 1957 in Surrey, England. Black history is American history, and not just in February.
Word.
He's only about 60 years old.
Word.
Or 50, something like that. Yeah, 60 years old. Good Lord. He was a bad boy, though. Bad boy. You knew about him, Jamal?
No, did not know that aspect.
Oh, that's amazing. We found something
I
this
know.
story didn't know.
I know.
Jamal, Bernard.
Hey, now that's black history there.
That's black history right there. If you didn't know, that's black history, because I ain't never heard you say you didn't know something about history. Ooh.
Man, we need to run and tell that.
Because I come from a place where we are taught to be honest, and so that's why I tell people, if you ask me a question, if I know the answer, I will tell you the answer. If I don't know, I'll let you know I don't know. And I come from Herschel V. Jenkins High School, which is the only public school that's in the playoffs in football. So just to say, that's what we come from that. And we have our bricks going up on our building right now. So that is history right there too. So yes. Lucian,
Y'all in the
yeah,
playoffs?
down
Y'all
with
the only school in the playoffs?
we're the only public school that's in the playoffs, which is, that's another story we're going to talk about later on Ebony Sports Reporters, and that's how that is how harsh the situation is now in the public school system here with regarding athletics in Chatham County. But again, we come from HVJ, home of the Warriors, Herschel V. Jenkins High School, and that's why B got on that red tonight. Bam! He was celebrating us, baby. He was celebrating us. Bam! Bam!
Lord.
Chandra tried to be on some blue, but it's still bam, HVJ, baby. I was gonna say now, go wait, bam, Lucian, just like that. We fly planes too, bam, engineering, HVJ. Bam.
Boy, y'all must was the only team in the conference.
Anybody got anything else on Lucian? Well, I just put that up there so y'all could see it.
I never knew about that. Thank you. I wrote that down.
Sure didn't.
Yeah.
Great information. I'm sure that Jamal gonna put that in his catalog and run with it, because this guy was bad.
Yeah. Hey, it's a lot. It's a lot that people need to know but don't know when it comes to us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
Here's one for Sandra and Koza.
The parents be protecting their children instead of preparing their children. Worst thing you can do is protect a boy. You got to prepare a boy. You know what I mean? You can't fight that boy bullies.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to prepare him to go deal with the bully.
Yeah.
Whether he go outsmart him, whether he go slap him up, whether he go fight him every single day, whatever it's gonna be, it's preparation. But the moment you start protecting them, they become relying on you instead of themselves. So now they don't feel like they're prepared for the world. So now you got all of these young men these young boys who never become men. It's the grown boy syndrome.
Yeah.
And it permeates all throughout reality today. They are listening to you, can tell, because they are listening to you but don't take your advice.
Yeah.
Right? They live in their potential. They seek easy things.
Yes.
They seek comfort instead of challenge. They don't have emotional resilience. They don't have a whole psychology ability to communicate, right? Emotional regulation, problem solving, conflict resolution, critical thinking skills.
What say y'all? Grown boy syndrome.
I call it feminine energy, but we can call it grown boy syndrome. Whatever. Whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. And these women need to stop it, because you're building and you're tossing out into this world trifling men. I said what I said. Go, Cozy.
You don't have a boy.
You said Cozy?
Yeah, you don't have a boy. You got a girl.
No, I have a 37-year-old son, which is why I moved here to be a grandma.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
look at that.
You don't look 37 yourself.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
That's Vaseline. That's Vaseline.
Yeah, I lie on Wednesday. I lie every Wednesday.
I hate you.
I can go with the grown boy syndrome. There's a lot more to it. It's pretty sad. One way I think we can fix that, if Black men stayed home.
Hello, somebody. You know,
stay home where?
Say it again. Say it again.
If black men stayed home and kept the family, a nucleus family, not just black men, I take that back because some women leave too. But if the black family, once you create a family, if you stay together, I think that will help cure this grown boy.
Well, society has made y'all all think that y'all supposed to wear the pants. Isn't it, Bernard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why if we had our men around us more often, it would help.
But Bernard, in some of them, she said that's what, they want you to take control, but the only thing they understand some of them these days is that across the head.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what, Julius, if I was anywhere within a 5-mile radius of you right now, I would have turned off my camera and I would be driving over to your.
But listen, it's a friend of mine just had this experience where the woman tried to control him.
Yeah.
You know?
Now,
oh man, come on, boy.
Now, first of all, I feel like this. Even though you guys know that I mean, I can take or leave, you know, a man, but I do know my parents were married until death do them part. Okay. They had 6 children and but my mother kind of ran the show, you know, but my dad was there to show my brothers how to be men, you know. So I didn't have to worry about my brothers switching sides or anything like that. But my mother, she was so boss. She was a boss, and she was an RN, and you know, so that's the reason why I have such boss energy, you know, but I have to, by me being in the church, it taught me how to be a lady. And more girls and more young ladies need to learn their role, you know, how to be a mother, that's to be the nurturer, but they need to let the fathers play their role. Even if the father is not there, let them play their role.
Yeah,
Correct.
I agree.
Y'all, I had 2 parents in my home. All right, my mama raised me to who I am at today. My daddy just came home to beat my ass when I got in trouble. That's facts. Everything I learned from my mama. And my daddy, you know, every now and then he'd go to the game and everything like that. So it's a lot of these women's, you know, it's about 25% of guys that's in the NBA, 30% of the guys that's in the NFL, 40% of the guys in baseball have been raised by single mama.
You can tell.
And they did a good, and they get a good job. I'm not gonna hit on these women and say, you know, they did a terrible job and got the man, the boy gonna be this and the boy gonna do that. Nah, it's like they said, you come from the greatest home in the world and turn out bad. You come from the baddest home in the world and turn out good. The problem is the women's need to learn how to take a seat down back and stop trying to control us. And so, and this continuation. Sometimes the best is shut up. You know, shut up. I'm a grown damn man. I don't need nobody to raise me again. Jamal don't need nobody. Jules don't need nobody. If y'all let us be men's and handle it the way we want to handle it and stop saying, oh, don't hit him too hard. Hit him too hard. He better get his ass in that room. If y'all play your roles, not all y'all, if y'all play your roles as a mother and stop being the mother, the father, want to be the breadwinner and want to find somebody with 6 figure. Okay, if you got 6 figure, then you can take care of us. Period. And they always say, well, you know, the guys, some of these guys who feminine or whatever because of they, you know, mama or something, you know, just over, you know, teach them like girl. No. You got some of these parent mother beat the hell out of them, beat it out of them. But that ain't gonna happen. So the bottom line is this. Y'all need to back off and stop trying to tell men what to do. And let us be men and let us run the house. Okay? And y'all just give me some when it's ready to give me some.
Jamal.
Well,
I'll grant you that.
They found me in a field on Hilton Head. so
Away in the manger.
I was gonna call my cousin Nita because now she let everybody know that I'm a foster child, I'm adopted, and that they finally decided to let me come in. So they gave me to my mom and to my daddy, and so
How old you?
huh?
How old were you?
I guess Nita said I probably was about maybe a couple of days old, something like that, when they found me in the field.
I can call Miss Evelyn and verify that.
Yes, you can call her. And since I'll add to it, and since other people know I've said this right here, and my mom used to lock me up in the closet too, and let me out when my daddy come home.
Okay. We gotta tell her to watch that.
Yeah, we gonna leave. Hey, I'm gonna leave that with the Lord. I'm gonna leave that with the
Me
Lord.
too.
I've said it in churches. And she just sat right, just like she's like, oh my God. Yeah. That's why I have that. I put that in my head, so that's in my head. So I don't care what any of y'all say. It's not true. It's true in my head. Okay.
Yeah, you terrible. You terrible. I'm surprised your mama.
See, to me, he trying to say his mother abused. He trying to say his mother abused him.
He was trying to say something.
The whole family abused me. The whole family. The whole family. Now they say I'm adopted, foster child. That's why they had me out in the field. They said, "Get out there, foster child." I'm like Cinderella.
Okay, so
I'm Cinderella.
So that's why you mess with your girlfriend, mama.
Had to be.
That's right. And she wanna give me crabs, and then we got a baby together too. But they don't really know it's my baby. But you know, yeah.
That's
another show. That's another show. Let it go.
It's America at the Dog. Okay, well, let's look at some of these comments. She said, I just love you guys. I'm watching. Keep up the good work you guys are doing. Amazing content always. Love it. I love everything you guys are putting on for us. I've been listening to your digital radio station. Hot 2100 Savannah. Don't y'all forget it. Don't y'all forget it. And tomorrow, we'll be in the studio all day, me and Jamal. He the talent. All day. Y'all ought to hear his radio voice. He gets on there and try to act like he's Barry White. But y'all ought to hear him. So,
oh, Lord.
I gotta look to see if my contract says I'm supposed to be there tomorrow. I got a life.
No, you got a show. You got a training tomorrow. Ivan Cohen said, I learned from my mother, a single woman, how to tie a necktie. Yeah, a woman taught me how to tie a necktie too. Your content is amazing, always so informative. And when will your magazines be back? They'll be back as soon as I get somebody that can print them. As soon as I get somebody that can put the content in them. So we're gonna go to a real quick break, and we'll be right back in 1 second.
Need your garments cleaned with care and with a professional touch? Then bring them to One Price Cleaners in Garden City at the Old Farmers Market on Highway 80. Service you can count on.
Okay, we're back. I just had this other video for thought, so y'all can think about this. Is a couple of things that we're going to be talking about, and we're going to get to our discussion in a minute. But we're going to run through these videos. This is one. This is about 3 minutes, but I want y'all to give this some thought. Y'all don't believe, but I want y'all to start believing and understanding that what y'all have been taught is not the truth. Okay.
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about it today, man. Let's get deep. As we know in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, it says, then God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Now who is us and who is our? I know a lot of us may think that the God in the Bible is referring to the creator of all, but in all actuality, it's referring to a group of beings called the Anunnaki. Now, Anunnaki just means those who came from heaven to earth. And by the way, the ancient name for earth was called Ki. In the Bible, they was also referred to as the Elohim. These beings was sent from their home planet called Nibiru to earth to mine gold, and they was ordered to bring the gold back to Nibiru so it can protect their atmosphere. And who was the one that sent them? The big dog Anu, the Most High, the Heavenly One. Now, Anu sent two of his sons on this mission. One was called Enki, which was the Lord of the earth, and the other one was Enlil, and he was the Lord of Eden, and he also was named Yahweh in the Bible. Now, when they got to earth, their task was to mine this gold and bring it back to Nibiru. But they felt like they was so much of royalty, they didn't want to do the labor themselves. So they had a working class Anunnaki called the Ijiji come bear the load and do the work for them. Now the Ijiji volunteered and they worked for years and years and years and years until they just got tired and they didn't want to do it no more. They would complain to Enlil and tell him like, man, this work getting too hard to bear. But Enlil would tell them, man, y'all shut up and get back to work. So he was an evil motherfucker, but he felt like since he was head commander, he had say so. But the Ijiji was like, man, fuck this shit. They dropped all their working tools and one night they went and circled Enlil's camp where he was staying at. While Enlil was asleep, one of his head guards came and told him like the Ijiji was circled around the camp and they wanted to go to war against them. Enlil called Enki and told him what was going on. Then Enki came and they simply told him, man, they was tired of doing the work. They felt like they weren't getting treated right. So they was ready to go to war. Enki had realized that they outnumbered them. He came up with an idea. It was already an existing being on the planet before they got there, which was an earlier version of us. Enki thought if he was to tinker with their DNA and add a little bit of their essence into the being, maybe they can create a race of people who can do the work for him. He told Enlil and Enlil agreed to do it. Now they had to holler at the big dog Anu. He gets the final say-so and everything. Anu agreed to let him do it even though they was breaking the galactic law. But they needed that gold on the bureau, so he told them go and do it. He had help from one of his sisters, Mother Nancy. Now they kept trying and trying with this experiment to create the perfect Homo sapiens sapien, but they kept on failing until they decided to use Mother Nancy's womb to create them this time. And from that point, they succeeded, and they came up with the first Adamu. When they put the DNA into her, 10 months later, she birthed the first Adamu, which means the first man. I did it. My hands have created the first Adamu, she said, according to the ancient texts. And from then came Adam and Eve. But they very detailed on how they did it in the tablets. Y'all gotta go read it for yourself. Way, way different from how they explain it in the Bible. So these extraterrestrials from these other planets who we think is aliens are really our ancestors. And we look like them. So if we was created in the image by these beings that masqueraded as gods, then what that makes us? Y'all stay tuned for more videos like this. Yeah.
Jamal, we not going to nobody else but you, Mr. Historian.
That's it.
I say. Thank you for that.
So I was gonna say Alfonso the Jet Black Man. I go to Baby G. I go to the island of Patmos. I go to Dr. Yakub, the big-headed scientist. And so what we have just heard on a Nuwaubian tip, is all that has been said, even going back to the Nation of Islam. And so when I had said first resurrection, people go like, oh, wait a minute. He talked about Dr. Yakub in the big-headed scientist, the island of Patmos, and Baby G. Jafonzo, the Jet Black Man, Baby G have a baby. So, and that's just a continuation of that. And so now, even when it comes to language, when some people write, because again, you're dealing translation, translation of some other language, and even somebody in Gullah says we. We does not mean multiple people at times. Sometimes people might hear me say, we going to do this right here. We is also singular. And so even they try to say that. But again, I go and say it's just a continuation of what was said by the Nation of Islam, that some people shoo and brushed off. And so it's a Nubian. And so anybody who know about the Nuwabis know it came out of the Nubian Islamic mission and all of that. And so, you know, the Ansar Allah community. And that's why some people see the rings that I wear. Some people know it was tied to the Ansar Allah. But yeah, so I just throw that out there. But I just wanted to have to bam. Okay.
Okay, but you know that.
So this is okay. What's happening in January? Alienation. They are here. You don't realize it. They're with Bernard Brown when he's in Cheetahs. They're at NASA with Chandra. And with Cozy, they're at Cozy TV in Jersey.
Listen, the Bible has stories from the Sumerian text, and the Sumerian text was written thousands of years before the Bible was written. And when you do your research, and you know, I'm not here to try to tell anybody not to believe in something, but you must believe in God. There is a God. There is no way that we could do all that we do without there being a God. There has to be a God. And that's your number one thing, that you must believe that there is a God. You did not make yourself. You did not get here on your own. But there is a God. But, you know, we've been taught by our enemies have brainwashed us. Our enemies have given us all the history that they wanted to give us, but they didn't give us everything. They couldn't take and kill everything. Why do you think the Spanx noses were cut off? Because they showed that they were black people. That they were not those slim noses of the other races. Our noses are big. You know, Michael Jackson, with the exception, he's operated though. But anyway, that was just something to give y'all some thought. Any thoughts from any of the other?
I was raised up taught that two things you don't talk about: politics and religion, because it's a fight.
Exactly,
it's a fight.
I can't.
Always been that way.
Well, you know who told y'all? You know who told our parents that start telling y'all that, right? It was the insurance man. The insurance man was the white man that came around that told your mama,
the middleman, tell
your kids two things you don't talk about: politics and religion. They don't want you to talk about it because that's part of the control mechanism. Our parents is the ones who kept telling us that. No, you're supposed to talk about politics and religion because you got to free your mind. You don't want to be a slave all your life. Because what we're doing is being a slave mentally to all the conditions that they placed on us.
Correct.
So when you know who you are, and when you know, why y'all think I'm so free? Why y'all think that? Why y'all think I act the way I act? Because I know who I am.
No, because
don't you bring on no Crown Raw.
Because Tanya has not turned you in to be committed yet. They ain't giving out $100 no more.
She protecting them.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
that's all. Only reason why you so free.
Yeah, but you know what? Growing up, but it can't happen. You can never hide the truth forever. We know what time it is. I don't try to. I'm tired of arguing with stupidity people. I'm tired of it. At the end of the day, but I teach my kids the truth about what that young man just said. Okay? So at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell my kids what we was taught to say. Don't talk about religion and politics. Talk about it. Let them know you I tell people this, don't let my cousin fool you. I'm a very intelligent, handsome, sexy young man. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I learned now. I learned to listen. That's why I'm so damn smart now. I'm smarter than Jews almost. And Jamal.
Teddy Pendergrass, look at my. What was that? I mean, Cozy, your dad.
My what?
You next.
I concur all the way around the board.
Okay.
I agree with everything.
All right. Sandra, you good?
Yes.
All right.
Thing about shift leader, I'm all about my employees, being in their kids' lives. But it's somewhat where shift leader got to draw the damn line. One of my cashiers said, shift leader, my son got a youth football game today. I'm going to go to it. I said, it's cool. Come in when you could come in. But I had to make sure she wasn't lying, so I went to the game my damn self. And I stayed 40 damn minutes. That's 4 10-minute quarters. Her son didn't touch the goddamn field. I said, hey, both of y'all come holler at me. I said, hey, little man, take your fucking helmet off and them shoulder pads off and put it to the side. You gonna come in with your motherfucking mama and learn how to drop fries, nigga. Football ain't your goddamn sport. If you don't see the damn field, you might as well get in the real field, nigga. Where that grease popping. And them chicken nuggets popping up out that motherfucking pan. Oh, yeah, nigga. Show me how to...
we got the wrong version of it.
I see.
You got the wrong
Yeah, because quality control me was like, wait a minute.
We got no. I sent that to be I sent that to be bleeped out. And I heard the bleep out part today, but I must be clicked the wrong button and uploaded the wrong one. I didn't redo it because we don't say that word on here on our platform. And I didn't realize because it's 3 or 4 times that he said it. So I sent it to be bleeped out like I do all of it. But I uploaded the wrong one. I should have had my glasses on. I was doing it. I was in the office downtown and I uploaded that. It was funny, when you telling the little boy, come here, you and your mama. Y'all got to drop fries because you ain't even touch the field. I don't know why she come in to see your game, but it was just funny. That's my bad.
I love
the action of Julius Hall the action of Julius Hall is the action of Julius Hall and not the action of our black media. Do not sanction us for that.
That was the joke of the week that we are sorry for, and that it won't be back on. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next thing we got.
There is a type of person you should never help. Listen to this story and you'll understand what kind of person that is. Once, a scorpion wanted to cross a river. It approached a kind frog and asked for help. The frog said, "Your tail has venom. What if you sting me? What will I do then?" The scorpion replied, "Don't worry. If I harm you, I'll sink to the bottom of the river too." The frog thought this made sense and agreed to carry the scorpion across the river. But as they swam to the middle of the river, the frog felt a sharp pain in its back. Turning around, it saw that the scorpion had stung it. As they both began to sink, the frog asked, "You knew this would lead to both of us dying. Why did you still sting me?" The scorpion responded, "I didn't want to, but I couldn't control myself." In the end, they both drowned. This story teaches us to avoid people with bad habits and not to trust their promises. Otherwise, your kindness won't just bring discomfort, it could also put your life in danger. Never help those who can harm you.
Agree?
Facts.
Yeah.
Big facts.
But sometimes your closest friend might be the one that harm you.
Exactly. At the age I am now and the experiences I have had, I say trust nobody and watch everybody.
Yep.
True. Yeah, that's a good one.
Very true. Jamal, just don't stay.
That's the United States of America. That's the past election.
That's correct.
Yeah. They look like us, smell like us.
Great analogy. Great analogy.
Well, that boy getting deep in it. Even though he got left in the closet, that boy all right in it.
Now I'm gonna give y'all 2 preachers. The first one here, I want y'all to look at this first preacher.
Live in the biggest house in the state of Louisiana. According to my tax attorneys, I have the biggest house of any preacher in America. Oh, I paid cash for the home. You want to know how big it is? Yeah. It's 40,000 square foot.
Oh my.
The furniture inside is worth more than the house. Christmas, I walked outside the front, just walked out, and a man slammed his brakes and, "Brother Jimmy!" I said, "Hello," and he threw $5,000 over the fence. The return of the Lord Jesus Christ is not our lack of faith. It's our lack of giving. I've had more people criticize me over that jet. They still can't get over it. Criticize me over my house. They didn't pay for it. I paid for it. But let me tell you why. That's water on a duck's back to me. And I'm going to give you a scripture. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich. When the glory of his house is increased. Pull that up in the Amplified. Verse 16 of Psalms chapter 49, if you can do that. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased.
Well, it's Amplified says it, be not afraid when an ungodly one
Got him!
is made rich.
That's true.
When the wealth and glory of his house are increased, and goes on, for when he dies, he will carry nothing away.
Yeah,
his
I understand.
glory will not descend after
See,
him.
God.
He didn't even know what he was reading.
And also, I'll add to that. You know, he said that they didn't pay for it. If you are a preacher and your parishioners are donating to your church and you get a hefty salary, they are paying for it. They're paying for that. They're paying for your car. You know, if you don't have no other job and you're not getting kickbacks from somebody, you know, you don't have a business in your name or something else, they paid for your house. So, yeah, they should feel some kind of way if you living in a $5 million house and saying, you know, give, when some of them are hungry, sitting in your audience. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah. And true. That's what get me about these preachers. We always say some of them. Nah, all of them. If you ain't got no 9 to 5, if you ain't got no 5 to 12, and all you doing is in the pulpit, then those people is paying for, they're paying your light bill, your gas bill, they're paying your car note, they're paying everything. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And then you got an ATM in the church. And then, yeah, I am not going to let somebody tell me to follow them straight to hell. I can get my own self to hell. And that's the problem with our black community, man. We listen to these so-called folks, and they taking y'all to hell, and they taking your money. You know, but they don't see that. They don't see that. No, tell me this here. They see it, but they don't want to see it.
But Bernard, I wouldn't say that they're taking us to hell or them to hell, because if you are giving with a pure heart and you are the pastor, you know, circumventing the system or whatever, you know, that's on you. Blood is on you. But if I'm a parishioner and I'm giving according to how God says to give, and it can be with your time, it can be with your money, you know, 10% can be 10% any way you want to give it. Because talent, I don't always give $300 every 2 weeks, you know, but I will give them my time. I'll come and clean the church. I'll volunteer for things, you know, but if you are being shady, you know, God will judge you. He's going to judge you. He's not going to judge me because I gave with a pure heart, you know, and that's how I feel. So,
okay, don't rob God. Don't rob God. Who would rob God?
I remember
Oh,
that.
you know that little bit. You know that little bit. God, you know that little bit. Joyce Hall, you did. Pastor Hall, you did good. I guess. But he knows that little bit.
Yeah, y'all can give y'all money to me as much as y'all gave to them pastors.
Yeah.
Y'all can get the same thing. Ain't no difference what y'all gonna get from me.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna get from the pastor. Nothing.
Yep.
Ain't neither one of us can get them cross that river. You gotta cross that river by yourself.
That's it. That's it. That's it. You keep giving and giving. You got some of them rather pay his light bill, phone bill, than to pay their own damn light bill and phone bill.
Exactly. And I feel like you should use wisdom. You know, if you know that you don't have that money to give of your time. Pay your phone bill. Pay your light bill.
I give in the street.
Oh Lord.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
What you
I
say?
don't like how that sound.
What she say all over for, Bernard?
Because I stubbed my toe. I stubbed my toe.
I'd rather go give somebody a blanket. I'd rather go give somebody a coat. I'd rather go give somebody some food. I give all the time. People just don't see it. I don't say nothing about it. I mean, ain't for nobody else to see.
Right.
It's what I feel like I should give. I'm making my contribution to somebody that's needy. That's less fortunate.
Right.
And that's what it's all about, Bernard.
Right. And I give the cheater. I'm helping these girls get through college.
Right. Paying their
I was
light
waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
and everything else.
You know,
right. Yeah,
I'm tired of you. I'm already tired.
Waiting for that shit.
You are contributing. You are contributing. But and Jamal is paying doctor bills. So so it all adds up. It all comes out in the wash. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they said that certain people will not see the kingdom of heaven. The adulterer, the liar, the fornicator. I mean,
it means all of us do.
Just check it out. I'm just telling you.
But Sandra, they say all he has to do before he take his last breath is repent.
That's it.
That's the easiest religion in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but
if you're lucky enough before you die to say you repent and you accept.
But
every
it also says that no one knows when Jesus is coming back, but we do know that he's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the signs says that he is coming back.
He 2024 years late right now.
No, he's here. He's here. Jamal got him on the phone. He's here.
I'm tired of you, Julius.
Jamal got Jesus on the phone. Jamal,
Jesus, he on the phone.
Yeah, they're unbelievers. You say what?
Exactly.
They are damned to hell. Yeah, and you say you say I'm your end. Yeah, Jesus said I'm his Negro, so that's right. Okay, all right. You say what? You say what? You gonna see Bernard later? He said that he understand what Bernard is doing because he said Jesus said he like lemon pepper wings too, but he like all flats.
And they have all flats. Hey, along with that, Jesus.
You said what? You said Crown Royal.
Hey, Jesus said he gonna make it rain, but not let no one have.
He said no one gonna be with him when it's raining. Now he said no. All right, I'll talk to you later. Peace.
Long as Jesus brings some local bread in there, we good.
See, he gonna feed the fish. He gonna have swale whiting.
I hate you.
Whiting. Jesus like whiting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's from the coast. He's from the East Coast. He like whiting.
And he like fish roll. He like fish roll too.
See?
Don't forget the hush puppies.
We can come into some agreement.
That's it.
Yeah. See, we understand it. We understand
you
it.
bad
Now,
boy.
This Bernard.
Oh shit.
He said he thought I said fish hole. I said no. I said fish roll. You like fish roll, not fish hole. I ain't say that. Okay. All right. Peace.
Now, Bernard, this is my kind of preacher.
Somebody gave their offering and they wrote down on their offering, this is my rent money for this month. And I'm believing that God is going to provide new housing as I give my rent money away. I told the team, go find that person and give them their rent money back and tell them, go pay your rent. Do not steal money from the landlord that you owe it to and give it to God and expect God to increase what he gave you to provide for you. That was bread. That was not seed. Don't eat your seed and don't sow your bread. Listen, don't be giving up in the church you can't pay your mortgage. And we stopped giving it back, so don't try me again. I only did that once.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
Amen.
But give what you can. If your light bill due, what you talking about? You going to give it to the church and the church going to give back to you 5 times or 4 times 4. No, it's not fit to happen. Stop believing that myth. Give what you can and stop buying them red bottom shoes. Stop partying so much, and then you'll have a little bit that you can give if you want to give.
That's right.
Now, Julius, let me tell y'all something. I am a deep believer. I trust God. I trust God for real. But I also use wisdom. My mortgage is $2,800. And I'm going to pay my mortgage before I do anything. I don't be playing around. I don't play around with church. I don't play around with my son. I don't play around with nobody when it comes to my housing and my utilities and things like that, you know. And church people need to understand that, yes, we trust God, but God tells us to use wisdom. If you Google search wisdom and the Bible on Google, it is mentioned so many times in the Bible. Wisdom. I wish that you use wisdom, gain wisdom, you know. So use wisdom, guys. You know, before you go to, I mean, I'm not saying don't trust God. I trust God for my healing. I trust God to protect my children. I trust God to protect me. You know, I cover myself in the blood, all of that, every day before I leave my home. But when it comes down to the provisions, he gave me my job so that I would have provisions for my life.
Yeah. The key word is faith. You know, you can trust in God, but if you don't have faith in God, then that's 2 different things. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe that he's going to take care of you. You keep him first, and everything else is okay. That's what I live on. I live on God and God alone at the end of the day. You know, and I always tell people, you know, do what you got to do now so you can be able to do what you want to be later, like me and Jew and everybody on here podcast. And I think me and Jews, I think Jesus too, ain't nothing like being a 1099. You know, 1099, I subcontract myself to your ass. And if you don't want it, then I go home and go back to bed. Period. At the end of the day, that's God. That's faith in God. At the end of the day, yeah, pay your bills. And if you got to give. But at the end of the day, if I ain't got nothing but $1 to give to the church, I'm going to give them $1. But I'm going to take $2 and take it to the cheetah. You know, period.
But they got to pay their tithes too.
They got to pay their tithes too. At least I'm giving $1, so that means I got $3
Yeah.
One there and two there.
Right. You helping other churches.
Yes.
Cozy, what are you looking like that for, Cozy?
I was checking my eyebrows to see. I counted them this morning. I was making sure it was the right number still there.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we cannot co-sign with foolishness.
I may need that poll one day. I don't know.
Hey, trust me.
And hopefully Bernard's 89 and that he don't mind giving to old lady.
Yeah. It's gonna hurt me, but I ain't gonna give her as much of. I'm gonna get it at 21. But I give you something. I give.
Okay.
Give me the disability rate.
There you go. There you go.
Y'all listen carefully to this joke, and then we got our main subjects, a few main subjects that we're gonna get into.
Man went to confess and told his priest,
"Father, I almost slept with a woman."
What do you mean by almost?
Well, we got undressed and rubbed together, but I stopped.
Rubbing together is the same as putting it in. You're not to see that woman again. Say 5 Hail Marys and put $50 in the poor box for your penance.
The man nods, prays, and approaches the poor box. He pauses, then turns to leave without dropping the money in. The priest noticed and rushed over.
Hey, I saw that. You didn't put any money in the box.
Yeah, but I rubbed the $50 on the box. And according to you, that's the same as putting it in.
You serious?
He got a point.
Yep.
He was putting it in. Hey, priest told him that. That's the same as putting it in. He put it in. He can't judge him. Yeah.
And he was rubbing it.
That's right. He almost slept with the woman. All right, we got our videos out there. Jamal, this subject here is kind of dear, and this is something that I want to talk about the last week. So I brought it back up this week because I just left homecoming 2 weeks ago. Saturday will make 2 weeks. And homecoming in FAMU at Florida A&M. If there's a black college better than FAMU, I want to see it. I want to see it. I don't think it's one exists on the earth. They have an outstanding campus. Building, mega buildings still on it. I'm talking about they are doing it. The alumni is just outstanding, incredible, amazing. They gave $26 million the other day. Well, they gathered, it wasn't all the alumni, was sponsors also. They took in $26 million the other Saturday. And I look at Savannah State and I say, why can't we do something like that here with everybody participating and putting into the funds so that we can grow this school here and have the same type. No, I don't think there's any land around Savannah State for them to grow, but FAMU just doing the damn thing. I'm talking about, listen, next year, all us getting on, we going to FAMU, Bernard and Jamal and anybody else, the guys that want to go with us. Sandra, you can go with Tanya there. But we going, and listen, I'm serious. It is absolutely awesome. And I was kind of like jealous because I'm from Savannah. And I want the same thing for Savannah State. But I want it to be where Savannah State is in control and can do the things that's necessary to grow that school. FAMU is, man, where do y'all go there? Where do y'all go?
Can I tell you, because I'm a graduate twice from Savannah State. And I can tell you why I don't give to Savannah State. Okay? The reason why I don't give to Savannah State is because their motto is you can get anywhere from here. So why the hell do I have to move all the way to damn Texas to get some damn where? Didn't nobody give me a letter of recommendation? Didn't nobody try to find a goddamn job for me? I was just out there on my damn own. And what is different between Savannah State and FAMU is that FAMU supports their graduates. They ain't out there damn near homeless, trying to use their degrees. I have a master's degree, two master's degrees from Savannah State. Why couldn't I work at Savannah State? Why couldn't somebody there? Because in order to get a master's, you have to hold a 3.5 GPA. And I held a 3.8 GPA. So make it make sense why they don't support their students. So Savannah State.
What does that mean?
1501, baby. Go ahead, Jamal. 1501.
Jamal.
Professor, that's
y'all know what this means. Y'all know what this means. That's what I say to Savannah State. So Julius, I understand you feeling some kind of way. You didn't graduate from Savannah State and sitting around about to damn have to apply at McDonald's or Walmart.
Jamal.
Good point.
Let Jamal, the expert, answer that.
No, I'm not saying that's not just a Savannah State thing. That's with a number of schools, and most graduates, the majority of FAMU graduates don't work at FAMU, and so and that folks do go because I got folks who graduate from FAM, and they have not had to go into other places like that, but they go forward. But then we tend to miss the whole thing because now even when it comes down to it, FAMU has run into issues with regards to the trustees, and when I'm saying run into issues with regard to the trustees and the boards. Public HBCUs have issues in general because they are public HBCUs. And when we go and look at, say, Savannah State and FAMU, totally different entities because you're in two different states. And so what people should be saying in Georgia in general, why are our HBCUs like that? But also, I'll share this with you. What you said, Julius, some people are going to say, no, it's North Carolina A&T because North Carolina A&T, the largest HBCU in the country, at one time it was Southern University. So, and that's why folks find in Southern and North Carolina A&T is engineering, so folks are right there. So again, but when it comes down to it, those schools even is about the resources. Now someone else is going to say it's Howard. But again, it's about resources, but our schools are under attack. And what happened for some people in Maryland and also North Carolina, people when they file suits, alumni and other interested people when they file lawsuits to not address some of this right here. Go to Jackson State, go to Prairie View, go to A&M, go to Texas Southern. We have issues. And so that's why I go and say that with some of our schools, some, you do have more support from alums, but you also have other schools who are doing the best that they can. But we got our private HBCUs, some of them have closed. Like I'm saying, how many people thought about the fact that Barber Scotia closed? So that's why I'm like saying, because people know I support HBCUs. I create the rivalry. And why create the rivalry? So that now when people speak about it, that's why somebody from Russ College, when I say something about Savannah State or Talladega, they like, bam, they hear their names. And so, I go and say that this is an issue and it ain't going to get no better right now with regards to who y'all elected to president. I'm talking to people who are out there, people who y'all elected to president. And that's why I say to HBCU alums, this thing is going to get horrible. I'm saying it's not just HBCUs, but the MSIs, minority serving institutions, going to have problems. And even those people at HBCUs talk about how Trump gave this money. Trump was forced to give that money because initially he did not have HBCUs in the budget. So again, what it comes down to is about what are we going to do? What are we going to do with regard to our schools and then also be advocates? So now if I'm going to put it out there, Julia's cousin them When they had an opportunity to put some money in the budget for Savannah State, they did not have Savannah State in the budget. How did I know that? Because Julia's other cousin told me this. So that's why I'm like saying we try to make it seem like it's all simple. It's not all simple, but then what it really comes down to, if black folks are going to stand up for our schools. And so guess what? A lot of us, because guess what? There are people who don't care for FAM, who graduate from FAM. People don't care for Howard. People don't care for Albany State. But again, we all have those experiences. But I tell folks, but for HBCUs, it becomes important. You know why? Because HBCUs have been the reason why you've had a foundation for the black middle class. The black middle class, black middle income has occurred in a large, or to a major part, to HBCUs. And that's why I'm like saying I support any and all of them, and that yes, anyone that's down, I look out for them. Because right now in Charlotte, excuse me, what is it? I'm trying to think. Charlotte, they got issues going on right now with HBCUs there, where they trying to tell the schools, yes, go ahead and shut down, and then the other HBCU buy the land from the other school so we can now acquire that land. That's going on right now with these developers in cities right now. But how many of us at HBCUs even know that? See, we know our own little world. I'm telling people, stop that, expand out it, because I just told some people earlier today, when we talk about black folks' issues in this country, it just ain't in Savannah. It's across the entire country. So I'm going to end on that note saying, yeah, our schools have been shortchanged historically, and that's what comes down to the money. That some of them have gotten better money, but Georgia has underfunded our HBCUs. That's why my professor, Dr. Haynes Walton Jr., was no longer at Savannah State, because he had been fighting the Board of Regents. And so it continues.
But
Savannah
Jamal, they should have a active recruiting department that helps their students after they graduate. These students should have a active recruiting department that helps their students. If you're saying you can get anywhere from here, help us get anywhere from here. Even if you're helping us to get to NASA, to Gulfstream, to wherever, don't just leave. Don't just say, hey, we're giving you this degree and leave us hanging. Because it is much more harder for a educated black person to find a professional job than it is for the dumbest Caucasian. Trust me, I know. I work for them. Okay? So if you want to increase the number of people that give back, help us get jobs. And when we feel like we're out there alone and we get frustrated because all we're doing is sending out hundreds and hundreds of resumes and getting hundreds and hundreds of rejections, whereas statistics show that it takes 10 to get one, but not for black people.
I'd like to say something.
Yeah.
See, you being a very faithful, spiritual, God-fearing woman, God didn't mean for you to work there. Because look where you at now. See, he had bigger coming for you. So bigger, you just got to be patient and understand that door wasn't supposed to open for you, that door over here was open for you, and you walked through it. So you are on the better place and on a higher plane. So now your resume is just so much that more awesome that you can go and work anywhere. So take that as
Julius, I like to try. I love to try. I'm gonna smile at you and I'm gonna call you tomorrow and tell you thank you. But when I was starving in Georgia, okay, I didn't have a job and Reverend Smalls was calling me out, on his platform and stuff like that, you know, it didn't feel good because I was so depressed because by this time I had 3 higher education degrees that I could not utilize. And it does not feel good when your university just leaves you out to dry. And I mean, that doesn't feel good. And they need to do a better job of helping their graduates. Period.
I think Savannah State over the years been mismanaged, you know, and let's go from finance and everything. I remember when Shannon Sharp was donating a lot of money to the football program, and they told him that money's going to the whole athletic program. And he pulled back and said, no, damn what a woman won't. And so he didn't give. I don't know. And you got people that been running Savannah State, running for Savannah State, and really not doing a good job, period. And all I'm saying is, like Jamal said, all these schools need help, period. But at the end of the day, you got people that don't have a master's degree or don't have any of that and got a damn good job. Now, sometimes growing up, it could be this help. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I lived off who you know. I ain't got no damn master, castle, or whatever you want to call them. I grew up on who you know. If you got a man that's got this company, he the president of the company and the owner, and you know that, you know damn well he gonna give you a job. Let me change this. Not always that happens. So I don't want y'all to think that out. Bernard said you can do anything, you just don't need no math. No. I ain't say no shit like that. I said me.
Next. Not Sandra. You done went. Don't go. Let's get somebody else.
TV. You mute.
Sorry.
I'm looking at these
comments. Yeah, I'm listening and I'm learning. I'm listening and I'm learning.
Okay.
I see Chandra's point of view, but then I also saw a comment that a young lady said that you're one alumni of many and that Savannah State does support its students. So I see both sides.
I mean, I feel like they have their pick because, of course, you know, you have Van Johnson. He's the poster boy for Savannah State University. But, okay, that's him. That's Edna Jackson. Edna Jackson was my financial aid person the whole time I was there. But what about me? You know, the one that, you know, I'm just average. We're not talking about Jamal. And he was there. He was there when I was there.
Him and Van playing together.
running around the field. You know, I mean, so what about just the average people? When do we get our break? And why do we have to go? Why did I have to go 1,005 miles? Why do I only get to come home for funerals? I want to be close to my damn family too.
Maybe your ministry is there.
I mean, well, I just say this. I wouldn't give my job for the world. Because I'm doing good things. I'm doing big things, y'all.
God has a plan.
And I'm being nominated.
Just hold on. God has a plan for you.
Yeah, there's a reason why you're there.
Yeah,
there's a reason.
You come to
my
Atlanta.
Organization. I am. I've been selected to do diversity training and recruiting at my job in addition to what I'm doing. You know,
that's what Robert does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, you're doing good.
Julius,
you're doing good, son.
She's doing good. It sounds like it's good to me.
I know, and God keeps making a way for me. But I'm just saying, I didn't want to have to do this.
Donate to Savannah State College. Donate to Savannah State College, and go there and do a little speech, and maybe you can make a change. My daughter went there. She said she had the best time of her life. She went there, left LaGrange College, went to Savannah State for a whole year, and then she was busy partying, so I brought her ass back home. But she had a good time.
Oh, I had a great time. Did I say I didn't have a great time?
I heard you. I heard all I heard.
Baby, I had a great time.
Maybe Savannah's too small for you.
Undergrad, grad, I had a great time. I made my mark on Savannah State the same way Jamal was making his mark. But
Jamal was making his mark.
I found Jamal in the dark corner in the student
on Shell Road. Road.
Yeah.
No, Jamal was, I mean, he was very liked, and all of the AKAs loved him.
Yeah.
After I made him who he was.
Whatever.
Before that, he wore that box cameo hat, haircut, and he wore these funny looking rim glasses, and he didn't know how to talk to girls. When I found him over in the corner crying, I picked him up and I brought him over, and I said,
"You saved him?" I
saved him. I named him. His name was Claude Lee. I said, "Dude, ain't no girl gonna date no damn body named Claude. What you think your baby's gonna be named? Claudetta? No." I said, "Your name from now on is Amir Jamar Torre." He said, "What does that mean?" I say, "The light of the world. To behold, the only one greater than you." I gave this man his name.
All right.
And look at him now.
And so now y'all understand and why I pledge Alpha Phi Alpha, because Julius Hall gave me that information. So that would make me say I gotta do that. Julius Hall made me who I am, so y'all got it.
Before you know it, he was pledging. Before you know it, all the girls was asking who Jamal is. Before you know it, let me tell you what he used to do. He'd send a dozen of roses to a girl. If the girl didn't like it, you think I wasn't gonna tell?
Come on,
if the girl didn't accept the roses, guess what he'd do? He'd give them to another girl right down the hall. This boy here was notorious on that campus. Y'all think Jamal just quiet, Bernard?
No. Trust me.
Jamal was
ain't nothing quiet about him.
Terrible.
Yeah. I used to go to Savannah State just to party, and one professor asked me, say, "Are you going to class?" I said, "Yeah." I got in my car, went back down to Johnson, and came back around.
The information disclosed by Julius Hall is not real information.
Boy, Jamal was something. Don't let him fool you. Trust me.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
You're muted, Julius.
Yes, the treachery.
I met several of the girls last weekend at Savannah State homecoming, and she said, "Oh, that was," I said, "Oh, that was you. He sent those flowers to," and I said, "Oh, that was you that took them." I said, "Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all done grew up. Y'all, they old ladies now, but hey, one of them was still fine though."
I remember when he was a nerd though.
Yeah, that was before I found him. After you ain't seen that transformation he had, that boy started wearing a suit, started having a briefcase, and cut that old box hair cut off, and the girls went crazy about it.
Yeah, I remember.
He did all that. And he's still single.
Because he want to be a player. You single too.
I don't think that he was very single.
My fault.
He was only single in theory.
Oh, no, Jamal single. I'm saying we both single. We choose to be single because we got a lot of roses to give out.
Okay.
Oh, Bernard, I need for you to tell James
Get
send
your money.
me my $40.
Yeah.
Or
He
send
talked
me
about
the
that.
link. I need the link to America After Dark. Because somebody is going to pay me. I need all y'all Negroes to pay me my $40.
They owe you. They owe you,
They owe
Sergeant.
Listen,
They owe you.
listen. We got
You
3 or
owe
4.
you too.
We got 30 minutes, and we got 3 or 4 subjects. Let's be right back after this break.
Hey there. Are you ready to amplify your voice and embrace your passion? Tune in to Our Black Media Network, where community comes first and every story matters. We're here 24/7, delivering powerful content on everything from financial literacy to the latest in sports and mental health. We are unapologetically real, reflecting the heartbeat of our community with programs that inspire, empower, and drive change. Join us on all major media platforms to celebrate our unique voices and advocate for the change we want to see. With over 50K monthly viewers, our network is your go-to destination for authentic, engaging content. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of the change. Tune in to Our Black Media Network today and let your voice be heard.
Okay. We got only a few subjects left, so we can get it all over. I don't know why Jamal left when we about to talk about a very, very important subject that he talked about on his show before us. And it is very prevalent. I don't know what's still wrong with the Trump people because they're not paying attention to what he's doing. They're saying, oh, let him do it. When they come for your ass, don't call me. You know, when they treat you bad, don't call me. I ain't putting that shit on him because you supported him. I don't want to hear it. And I'm dead serious about it. I'm telling you, just live with it because this is what you need to grow. You need to know that you did the wrong thing by picking the wrong person. They had an underground movement that was just so crazy. But this is the question of the day. Question of the day. This is for us men, I guess, but it's more.
Yeah, because women don't cheat.
Yeah.
What?
No, they don't cheat.
Go ahead, Julia.
You got to make them cheat.
You come home.
Go ahead, Julia.
And catch your spouse in bed with someone else. What do you do? Who want to go first?
I jumped out the window.
No, I would make sure he saw me. And then probably just walk away and we'll deal with it later. I just want to make sure you know I'm here. I saw you. We'll deal with it later. All of that screaming and beating up the girl. Nope. I'm going to go get me some coffee. Cool my jet. We'll deal with it later.
It depends. You got to set the context. Are we vested? I mean, has it been 10 years? Because if it's 10 years, I'm going to do like Cozy said. Smile and walk out. Because I already know. So I'm going to get half of your retirement and every damn thing else you got. So don't worry about it. I'm good.
Yeah. We too old to be fighting.
Exactly.
The only disrespect I see is if you do it in our home. That's the disrespectful part. So I'm gonna have to get you back on that.
Bernard, you come home and you catch your spouse, your wife, your new wife, with her legs up in the air and somebody all up in her. What do you do?
Hey, why you got to put it like that, man?
Giving you a vision.
Why you got to put it like that, man? You
had to make it as graphic as I could.
You done made me more madder.
Right.
You talking about the legs up in the air. Obviously, if I go home and I see my wife in bed with another man, obviously I ain't doing my job at home.
No, you missed the big. It's just somebody.
So
you might be doing your job at home, but it might just be she like both.
Well, I'm gonna beat some ass. That's the bottom line. I ain't gonna talking about turn my other cheek. You know, somebody going out one window and the other one going out the other one. I'm gonna tear that damn house up. Believe me, trust me. That's just how I am. I ain't gonna be the bigger person. And then I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna bail myself out of jail, and I guarantee I get off because that food in my house, that heifer was in my house, in my bed that I paid for, and you gonna go and do a little something? Nah, Somebody ass gonna be tore up in that house, and everybody in the community gonna know. Trust me, because I'm gonna make sure they go out there with no clothes on.
Okay. Well, I think the right thing to do is no clothes. If you have a weapon, hold the weapon on them and tell them don't move. Hold the weapon on them and tell them don't move. Take your camera out, tell them take the sheets off of them and expose themselves. Take pictures. Then, tell the man to get dressed and get the hell out of it. All right?
Yeah. Yes. You gonna do all that?
Yeah, you ain't going to jail over no damn woman.
That's too much thinking. I can't even think.
No, you got to think. You gonna think there? You gonna think there, or you gonna think in the jail cell?
Yeah.
But
true. Julius, were you
what
out
you
of
rather
jail?
do? Then you be saying, "Damn, why I wasted that bullet on her, and I could still be out, and I could have had Cynthia, or I could have had Nancy." Now you no.
Well, I'm glad.
You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You already said you weren't doing your job, so why are you mad?
Hey.
Hold the camera, hold the gun on, take pictures, and then tell them to get out.
Get out.
Tell them to get out.
Of jail?
Oh, you could tell her, okay, I saw what you was doing. I need that one time before I put your hands out.
Yeah. And what if you see him, Jew, and you look and you see him in there, and you might well go ahead and join him.
Yeah.
Y'all so tacky.
Damn, I didn't know you could do that.
Hey, now these days, I don't know now. It may not been no man in that bed. It could have been two women in that bed too now.
Yeah, jump in.
Now
And you really jumping in.
I really jumped in there.
Yeah.
Julius.
Like this here.
Julius, were you out?
He's so fresh.
You know where P&V Appliances is, right?
I heard of it.
Barnett and Henry.
Yeah.
I think don't Henry go up or Anderson go up?
Henry travels west.
Okay, so it's on Barnett in whichever way that goes up. So Perry of P&V, because there was Perry and Van Buren, both of them from Liberty City, right? So Perry, he went into somebody's house the same way you said, and somebody shot him, and that's how he got disabled. And they didn't arrest the guy. They didn't arrest him because they said it was a crime of passion or something like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so if you do it right then and there, you don't go back out to your car.
No, right.
You don't go to another room or nothing. You do it right then and there.
Boom.
I mean, because it's disrespectful to be in somebody else's home, getting it on with somebody else's spot.
Right.
Now, what y'all do if y'all was at a hotel, that's one thing. But don't go in somebody else's house
and
disrespect them. because, you know, so that would be the only thing that would cause me to get indignant. You know,
I remember back in the day when I was in the police department, a partner of mine was messing with this girl, and he knew she had a boyfriend, but she had moved out and moved into her own apartment. And then the boyfriend lived there for a week and she kicked him out. So my partner in the police department, he goes there and was dating the girl for a couple of weeks. And, you know, I know he was always there. So he goes there one night and the guy kicked the doors in about 2 a.m. We working. We working. We on the clock on the SPD, and he had to draw his gun on the guy and back out of the roof slowly, naked, naked. He picked up all his clothes and he back it up. He retired off Atlanta PD, and matter of fact, he ended up having a baby from this girl.
Yeah,
and you know, but that's why Shannon Sharp says that he never has slept since back when he first got drafted. He's never slept in another woman's house ever.
Yeah,
ever laid down. It never went to another woman's house and slept because he had 2 incidents where people kicked the doors in, and one of them held a gun on him, and one of them realized who he was and wanted his damn autograph. He had been screwing the main girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why he never has done it again.
Hey, tell my DNA, I said, tell the new re-elect did tell I say hello. Put it back up there.
She got a boo now.
I seen that. Well, she ain't got me.
It's time to beat your ass.
Bernard, you know,
no, I just seen it.
I came on the night and let me be peaceful, okay?
Yeah, let her be peaceful, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry,
that's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna be okay.
We're gonna let me be peaceful.
We're gonna let me be peaceful.
Or I'll lay out some shit.
No. We're gonna let you be peaceful.
Okay.
Now, the next subject is why does Tyler Perry movies? Why does Tyler Perry movies? Why is he further demasculating the black man, and always got something with some homosexual activities in every single show that he does?
You think Hollywood gave him all those millions for nothing?
Well, it's like that across the board. It's not just Tyler Perry. It's Shonda Rhimes. It's all of these doggone, you know, they just slide in gay. You know, pictures, cartoons that don't even require gay, just slides in gay.
They push the agenda very hard.
It's just so obvious because so many African Americans are watching his network. And they're looking at that and they're saying, good Lord, I got tired every time I look at this to somebody and they're kissing. They even had Gabrielle Union in one time when she was on one of them shows. Then next thing you know, you're looking at Empire. And I used to love Empire for the music and for the plot.
Right.
Then they got outrageous. You know, it's just the dumbing down of America. Now I agree with Trump to some degree on that. And see, anybody that's gay that voted for Trump was a damn fool, because you said what he said after he done won, right? You ain't gonna call yourself no he, she, him, her shit. Your ass going to jail. They try to identify as that. Say you will be fined and go to jail. He's giving everybody what they want. Pay attention. Y'all who done voted for him, pay attention to see what he's doing. He's dumbing down America. He's trying to make himself the king. The reason he said there ain't no need no vote no after this one, he already knew. How the hell he think that he can implement all of this shit that he's trying to put in and nobody's saying anything?
He can't possibly do all that damage.
Girl, you
in
think
4
that
years.
he couldn't possibly
Okay.
dodge jail after 34 convictions? You don't think
Okay.
so? You keep watching. You big
Because
supporter.
well, I know that we're going to get to him, but this is how Hitler started. When you have nobody to tell you no, everything is yes. But I'm going to get back to Tyler Perry, okay? Because Tyler Perry has been emasculating and defaming men since he started. You know, this is not new. All of his plots are predictable. I don't watch his stuff. I don't watch any of his shows. I don't watch any of his movies. Because if you watch one, you watch every last one of them. You know, and you already know what's going to happen. You know, so I just wish that he would get, first of all, better actors, better wigs, and
Better writers.
You know, just get better writers. I'm tired because we have evolved.
I haven't said it's not only his movies, it's his TV shows, The Oval,
Yes,
The Have and the Have Not.
Common thread with him and his brand.
We have evolved.
What's the girl name? My girl Eva. What's her name on All the Queen's Men? All that stuff. Man,
we have
trash.
evolved.
What
Why
P City? What name is it?
P Valley.
P Valley.
Yes.
No, that ain't his though. That ain't his, is it?
Power.
No, that's not his.
P Valley's not
That's
his.
not his. That's Shonda Rhimes.
Oh.
But why can't we? Because we have evolved as a people, and I'm tired of trying to defend my education or my, just humanness. You know, I'm not out every night popping bottles. I'm not sliding down a damn pole. I'm your average middle class person. And and why do I have to defend that? You know, Bernard, well, not Bernard. Never mind. Shit. Julius.
Wrong one.
Yeah, Julius, you and Tanya are average middle class people. Y'all not doing no deviant stuff. You know, I mean, you're just going home, cooking dinner, going to bed. I mean, I'm in the bed usually by 8 o'clock. I'm crocheting. I lead a book club.
I do all that. I get up. I go
lead a book club since books were made.
I read a book today. The book that Jules gave me. Jules gave me a book on how to do the shows. I read that. I mean, nah, you know what? Check this out. I understand y'all Tyler Perry, but these people have a choice to do the part or don't do the part. You know what I'm saying?
They want to eat,
and
so they're gonna do it.
He putting a lot of people that Hollywood kicked out and railroad. He put them in the work. A lot of him, 50 Cent, and the rest of them. I don't watch his shows because, like Sonya said, if you watch one, it's a continuation. Then you want to know what happened, boom, boom. So I don't,
I watch all the Queen's Men. I got to admit, I like that.
I watched it. I watched all the Queen's Men, every season of it. But the plot, I mean, you already knew what was going to really happen. You know, yeah, they are pretty much the Huxtables without any kids. But we have to start changing the format. Why can't we people will tune in because the Huxtables actually showed that people would tune in to see educated Black people just living educated lives with their children.
Yeah, it was funny too.
It was funny.
Yeah. But you know, hey, he makes some great shows. It's just that you shouldn't contribute to the demasculation of the Black man, and you should not contribute to the crumbling of our community.
But he's like that too. He's like Tyler Perry. He's sleeping with John and Jeffrey.
Right. And you could tell because
that's why he played. That's why he can play the role so good.
Yeah, me and you wouldn't make a movie like that because we couldn't stand even seeing it on the set.
Correct.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Correct.
But he's getting some fascination out of it by seeing
it. Yeah.
That's why Hollywood gave him all that money.
Hey, Bernard, he said, take one. Do it again.
Take 11.
Do it again. That one right. You didn't do it right. Take 3. Do it again. One more. You got off.
But you know what? What has really exposed all this? When P Diddy when P Diddy got his shit in some, and that's when all this stuff coming out, man. You be like, what? You don't know how many of them in the closet. Like they need to come on out the closet, Johnson. I mean, I'm sorry.
A lot.
I'm sorry. They need to come on out. You might well come on out.
And they got Tyler and P Diddy, T Diddy kissing Tyler all on his neck. That was on today.
Rick Ross. Oh man, you're so many names, man. Trust me. You might well come out because your name gonna come out. I'm like this here, to each his own. You can sleep whatever you want to sleep, whatever. My thing is, don't bring that shit in public and let our kids see all that. And I'm going for the men's and the woman.
Sean Puffy Combs was sick because what he did was he wanted to have a party every night instead of being private with it. And that's what his downfall was.
I don't think that he's going to make it to his court case.
I hope he do. I don't want nothing bad to happen to the boy, but
I don't think that he is.
He needs some help.
Well, Trump will pardon him. Trump will pardon him.
I hope he brings all those people down. That's on his list.
Yeah.
Bring them all down.
There's too many people, powerful people that have been to those parties. Yeah. And he's going to be just like that Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. But this is not nothing new. It's been going on. P. Diddy, they're going to be another one. There's going to be another one. Clyde Davis, Quincy Jones.
Yeah, Quincy Jones.
Oprah.
Oprah.
That God would take him. You know, Quincy Jones was praying, please take me before the feds come and get me.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you.
They ain't blame it all on Quincy and Clyde because they ain't going to do nothing with Clyde. Clyde too damn old. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They just trying to for him to, for nature to take him
before we do our last 10 minutes on the idiot, who's your president that we have to accept. We got our Alien Nation starting December
2nd.
December Sunday, Monday, December 2nd. You're right. December 2nd at 7:00. Our Alien Nation. Don't y'all forget it. December 2nd, 7:00 p.m. First show of Our Alien Nation. We hope that you all come in and look at it. We're going to have some interesting stuff. Me and Fritz. It'll probably be a tape. The first show we'll probably tape because I'll be out of town.
What's the format? What is
it? What is it about?
It's about aliens.
Alien people.
Oh God. We can't.
You don't think that there are aliens on this planet? Really?
They're definitely aliens.
You got
First of all, no.
What bag?
Really? Where the hell you think you came from? You just boom, and it was you just created. Take over, Bernard.
I was I was created by God.
Okay, we got 10 minutes. Y'all go ahead and start talking about Trump.
Let me say this here. The words that about to come out my mouth is my word, not our Black Media Network. Okay. Like I said last week, if they should let P. Diddy out, they should let R. Kelly out. Because number one, you elected a 52 bankruptcy, 34 felon, a rapist, and everything else, sleeping with little girls on that island, and he's still the president of the United States. Come on, you might well let them out. He's doing the same thing that they was doing. And he was there. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. At the end of the day, y'all think that 4 years gonna be happy 4 years, it's gonna be hell at the end of the day. So you better make sure, number one, you better make sure you save your money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Number two, because this man is an evil man. And it's some stuff that came that one of my friends called me on. He called me. And he, you know, he was giving me, hey, thank you, I appreciate blah, blah, blah. But he was telling me some stuff about that devil that I don't even want to repeat. I don't even want to repeat. And this is true about that man. And he ain't never want us that look like us in Trump Plaza. Us couldn't go in there. And his daddy was worse than him.
That's a fact.
So now you put another evil, you putting evil atop of evil. I'm telling you, y'all gonna have a wake-up call. Y'all gonna have a wake-up call.
Well, I agree with you, Bernard. And I will say this, you know, the first 4 days was very hard for me. I mean, I wasn't on last week because mentally I could not take it. And I spent days in the bed, not crying, but just depressed because I did not want to go through this again. And I thought of all of the people that a Kamala presidency could help, you know. But then I had to look at me and I had to say, you know what, Chandra? President Trump, his presidency is not going to hurt you because you make 6 figures. You already got a house. You already got a business. You already figure out how not to pay taxes like him, you know. So, but my heartache came from all of the elderly people that his presidency is going to hurt, all of the poor people that his presidency is going to hurt. And he said, you know, if he holds true to his point, he said that day one, he's coming after the immigrants. And I'm going to hold him to it because I want him to back up all the ICE trucks into Texas that he can, because I want these illegal immigrants out of Houston because they raise having illegal immigrants driving with no insurance. We have, aside from California, we have the highest premiums on our insurance because we have so many uninsured illegal immigrants. So I'm going to be mad at Trump. I had to, you know, by the time Julius called me and said, Chandra, you got to get up. You got to shake this off. You know, I had to start thinking about the benefits, you know, but I also wanted to see my children be able to have $25,000 towards a new home and things like that. But If it's not to be, it was God's will, you know, not to be.
Yeah.
So,
you know what really made me calm down? My friend called me and said, God is never wrong. God is never wrong. This happened for a reason. God is never wrong. And when he told me that, I said, okay, trust in God. And it's going to be all right. Everything happened for a reason now. You know, everything happened for a reason. And I'm going to say this here. The Democrat, from now on, you need to clean your house up. You need to stop taking us for granted. You need to stop lying to us. And they didn't do half of the stuff they said it was going to do. They said it was going to give a forbearance with these kids' student loan. That ain't never happened. Then this all got hooked up in the house and said, come on. So at the end of the day, and then what's so crazy, what I seen today, and I put it on my Facebook, Donald Trump and Biden had a meeting. They was meeting in the Oval Office. What the meeting was about? Come on, dude. And I want to say this here, and I'm going to let y'all say it.
Well, that's
I want to praise Kamala Harris. Sister, you did a great job. You stepped in where it was a crisis. You tried, you did your best, and that's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for. And the way they destroyed that woman's character is a damn shame. If she was a Becky, they didn't do what's Clinton like that.
Nikki Haley. Yeah.
Come on.
But you know what? I think that she ran a great great campaign. I just think that just what you just said, in true Democratic fashion, their messaging is trash.
Mm-hmm.
And the Republicans, I don't give a damn if they talking about Haitians eating dogs or immigrants coming over here and having sex with children. They get their message out. I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
They're on code.
The Democrat, they don't message correctly. They don't tell the story correctly. And that's the reason why, you know, you would have 20% of the men. And I even had Black women saying, I mean, not just you, Cozy, but other Black women were saying, well, I didn't vote for her because, you know, I didn't know what she was going to do. I'm like, well, how do you know what she was going to do?
She never answered the straight question. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, that's what they were saying. And I felt like, okay, well, to me, she did, you know, but then I went to the rallies and I followed her, you know, and I'm looking at the people that didn't know, like, y'all retarded, you know, I mean, but then I couldn't call them retarded because somewhere there was a breakdown in communication. And I'm a political person. So, of course, I'm following it. You know, the same way I followed him. I followed him as closely as I followed her. You know, so, but I'm not going to be surprised. Anything that he does or does not do in these next 4 years, I'm not going to be surprised.
Yeah.
May I ask you a quick personal question? Why do you take it so emotional? Why do you get so emotional about it?
Because I have an emotional state, you know, when it comes down to the poor, our people.
We got 2 minutes.
And
I just mean you, not those things, but you. Why do you take it so close to heart when we can't control these things?
But because, you know, if not for the grace of God, there am I.
Yeah. Yeah, our kids,
Right.
kids.
So therefore, we can't control it. So getting emotional.
Our kids. We fight for our kids. Sonya is emotional. I'm very emotional. And,
I am too.
And I didn't want to bring all this up. And so I said, you know what? But one thing that she had she didn't never throw Biden under the bus. And see, that's what she was the vice president of the United States. So she didn't throw him under the bus. It probably was some things she wanted to change, but she just stick to the script. And that's the only thing I think that hurt her.
Specifically. They asked her.
Yeah, they asked her, but she
said nothing I can think of.
Right. She avoided because she wasn't gonna throw that man under the bus. At the end of the day, let me tell you this here. She did what she had to do, and they put a devil that you voted for, and now we're gonna see the outcome in 4 years.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Oh yeah.
That's all we can do.
I mean, because all I can think of is my parents who died of COVID under his watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he lied.
Mm-hmm.
And my nephew, who was only 32 years old. No underlying issues. You know. So if people feel like we were better off 4 years ago when we had a whole lot of our people just dying for no reason, okay, all right.
Yeah.
That was worldwide. That was a pandemic. It wasn't just the United States.
Yeah,
but the United States was worse off than most countries.
Yeah. Canada was better, less people.
Leaders did not lead.
Yes. Trust me.
Check it.
If you drink Clorox, it will kill it. Come on, really, man. That's why I said everybody who voted for him can absolutely go to hell. And that's all I got to say.
And that'll be the end of our show, people. And we appreciate y'all watching. And we appreciate y'all joining in. And we love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. All right.
That's right.
Damn thing you can do about it. Ivan Cohen, we appreciate you always commenting and being there watching us. Pretty soon, people will be going to YouTube.
That's right, Ivan.
Patreon, and a couple of other places that we're going to go because Facebook is banning us all over everywhere for the things that we do and say, and we can't have that type of censoring of what we're bringing to the people. So we're going to be dealing on different platforms. Facebook ain't doing nothing for us anyway. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be moving on to different platforms. Don't forget that we have a new radio station, Hot 2100 Savannah.com. You can get to Hot 2100 Savannah.com. Hot2100Savannah.com. Y'all tune in after tomorrow. Y'all gonna love the music. Y'all gonna be calling us, telling us, oh man, I can't turn it off. I guarantee you ain't got to go on now. Write it down, Hot2100Savannah.com. After tomorrow, this time, you'll be calling me about the music.
And DJ Chocolate Thunder at 12.
DJ Chocolate will have a show on there if we can find a way to do it remotely. Y'all,
if you can, I want to do it.
We'll in a minute.
I'll be his co-host.
All right.
Like this.